Hello and welcome. This is day 2 of the coffee table extravaganza that I'm involved in right now. Is it extravaganza? I don't. What do you need certain parameters in order for something to be called an extravaganza? Because this doesn't really feel that extravaganzic to me, but I'm happy with how it's been going. So today let's start with last night. I didn't film it because it wasn't that interesting. I took the leg blanks out of the clamps and cleaned them up a little bit and drew my template onto the blank and picked which orientation they all go in the coffee table, and same with the stretchers and stuff. So I used my templates and just kind of picked through stuff and decided which face I wanted facing which direction and drew the templates on there. And just because it'll kind of idiot proof it for me later, I won't end up with the wrong face showing outwards on the wrong side or whatever. Today, jointing, gluing the top, routing the mortises for all of the joinery, which I've never done, but Marc Spagnuolo makes it look super easy. So it's probably super easy, right? Because, I mean, he's only got decades of experience doing it. So, whatever. We're going to try it, Mark. I'm going to try the thing that you make looking easy. All right. And then once get all the routices. That's what they should call them. If you route mortises, they should call them routices. Once I get all of that done, I can almost dry fit, and I can dry fit the legs into the stretchers and get the measurements for the span pieces that will hold the floating top and shelf. Get those cut, get those routiced. And that might be all I get done today, but that will be another successful day, I think, if I can manage to get to that point. I'm getting a little bit late start because I slept in. So I'm probably going to have to do 2 separate sessions, like a morning and an evening, and just leave the heat of the day part out. That's it. Let's get those top boards jointed up and glued up and see where we go from there. Welcome back. Coffee table extravaganza. Hey. These 3 boards together are just barely big enough for this top, so if I lose too much material, I will be in trouble. So let's hope that doesn't happen. That saw is not plugged in. Step 1, plug in saw. I guess could be step 3, whatever. Get the saw plugged in. All right, wish me luck. Plug in the rotor. Doesn't work without power. Alright, first pass, went about a 1/4 inch deep. I'm going to have mortises. This is going to work. I'm impressed. Alright, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm starting to sweat pretty good, so I might just call it for the afternoon and let it cool off a little bit in here and come back to it. But I will see you on the next adventure. Yeah! Hey, I got sawdust in my beard. Okay, peeps. I am happy with how day 2 is going. I got my rotices cut in all of my pieces. All my stretchers, long and short ones. Now I gotta fill them with something, right? So I got, the reason I'm going with 1/4 inch rotices is because I went with 1/4 inch prefab oak slat hobby wood stuff from Big Box. This goes perfect in there. So what I'm going to do now, because I made all of these mortises, they're obviously round ended. So I'm going to rip these into strips that'll fit in, and then I'm just going to round over the edge of my tenon stock, and they should all just slide right into place. And then I can cut the mortises on the leg lengths. Then I can start cutting the curves into all of that stuff. And then I can dry assemble and see if this thing is actually going to work. There we go. We're half rounded on our tenon stock. I'll sand down the other half, cut it into bits, and slide them into the holes, the rotices. Alright, see you in a little bit. I may be just about done for today, but we'll see. Okay, so day 2 of coffee table build is in the books. What do we get? We got rotices done in everything. Rotices, I'm still calling them rotices. Yeah, the rotices are done in the legs, in the stretchers. The tenon stock is cut and rounded over. The top panel is glued up and cleaned up. I mean, initially cleaned up. It's not finish ready. But, so I've got both my panels. I've got all my parts. I could dry fit this, probably. I might start with that tomorrow. No, whatever. I don't want to see it without all the curves cut into it. So tomorrow, I start by cutting curves in stretchers and legs. Then I might actually just go straight to dry fit and just like actually finally have a picture of what this thing looks like that isn't drawn with a pencil right when I got out of bed to draw it when I was thinking about it. Yeah, that'll be cool. And then sanding, lots of sanding and just, you know, edge treatments and roundovers. And yeah, that's good. That's a good day too. What's the lessons from today? Okay. So a lesson from day 1 that I forgot to mention was that panels like that, those aren't huge panels. They're 22-ish by 44 by an inch thick. You get 4 or 5 pipe clamps on those, they are hard to move around. I almost thought that I was going to have to like wait for wife to get home to like help me move it off the table saw to like put it somewhere. But you can muscle it around and stuff, but they're pretty awkward and pretty heavy. Do not depth plunge a router bit to an inch deep all at one shot. It works if you got a nice sharp upcut spiral bit. You can make it work, but your router doesn't like it. It's hard on the bit, so don't do that. Go in a couple of passes. Rotices are actually a pretty easy way to cut joinery. I'm probably going to start using rotices in stuff because, yeah, and they're super solid and secure and stuff too. What else we learned? Not a whole lot. I think it went pretty smoothly. Yeah. Okay. That's day 2. Day 3, curve cutting, dry assembly, sanding. Thanks. I'm exhausted. It was hot in here today, and I'm having my after session beer. And I will see you tomorrow in virtual Tomorrowland, which I think is just down the street from real Tomorrowland and Disney World. Virtual Tomorrowland. Probably not. All right. Bye for now. I'm gonna watch some YouTube. Jay Bates came out with a new video today, so I had to take a break to watch that. He's doing a Krenov inspired coffee table as well. And his coffee table is gonna be a lot better than mine. All right. Bye for now.